Hello, everybody. Jack Olmstead. I'm digital reporter. I'm coming to you from Port Townsend, Washington. And today we've got a real special show. We're talking to the YouTubers that covered Taylor Swift's Out of the Woods cover. We have the LullaNAs from Philadelphia.
Yep. Hi.
And we have Haley Jonay from Indiana.
Hi.
So, how's it going? Did you guys go out and buy 1989?
Yes.
Yes.
Immediately. It was a need to have situation.
And can you show us the album?
What? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
I'm
awesome.
prepared. 1989 Deluxe Edition. Pretty exciting stuff. I'm in love. And, yeah.
And how long?
Sorry.
How about you guys? Did you guys run out and buy 1989?
Got it off of iTunes. Yeah. So we don't have an album, but yeah.
Have you guys been tracking the sales?
No. No, I haven't. But I'm sure they're
a lot.
really up there. Yeah.
Haley and I were talking about that before you guys showed up.
We were.
Right?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Apparently she sold 600,000 albums in one day.
Wow.
You know, like, that's insane.
Wow.
And you also said if she sells 1 million in a week, right?
If she sells 1 million in a week, she'll be the first artist, I believe, to have 3 consecutive albums go to 1 million in sales. So
Wow.
she's the queen of the industry.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's crazy. That's awesome. Did you get those Polaroids that came with it?
I did. Yeah, they're around here somewhere. I put a couple on my wall. I mean, the lighting is awful, so you can't really see, but yeah. I thought that was a cool addition. It was a unique idea.
Yeah, I think it just really made it like personalized.
Yeah, she went really personal with this album, I felt. That
Yeah.
was cool.
Definitely, definitely.
Do you have a favorite song?
I do. I think, well, I mean, all the songs are absolutely amazing, and I'm obsessed with the entire album. But I think my favorite might be Blank Space, which it's the second track on the album, and it's just super cool lyrically and then melodically, and the production is awesome on it. It's just a really quality track for sure. How about you guys? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's
Well,
yours?
I do.
What's yours?
Wildest Dreams. I thought that was such a cool sound.
Oh, wait, I like that one too.
Yeah, that's your
my
favorite too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one, and I think it's really personal, but it's so strange, like, because normally I personally think pop music, a lot of times that can be kind of impersonal and just kind of like bubblegum, but she definitely pulled a Taylor Swift and still made it super personal, and the lyrics were very powerful, so.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So you like the new direction that she's going in?
I do. I think she's at a point and she has enough talent to be successful in like whatever direction she chooses to go. But I think that she definitely is doing the whole pop thing really well. So what do you guys think about the direction she's taking?
At first, I was a bit confused. But I mean, it's Taylor Swift. No matter what she does, for some reason, like we like it.
No, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. She could like start rapping, and I know she's tried, and I don't mind it. Like she can just do what she wants, and like that's just her.
Yeah. Yeah. She's awesome. So.
Well, I was surprised that both of you guys took her pop sound from Out of the Woods and you brought it back. You brought it back to her roots.
Right.
LullaNAs, you brought it back. You gave it a kind of a country sound. And Haley, you gave it kind of a folksy sound, you know, kind of an alternative sound to it. Did you do that intentionally, or is it just kind of the way you interpreted it?
I think that we weren't really trying to sound like her. We were just kind of
whatever. We tried to make it suited for our voices without changing it too much. I think that's just how it just ended up sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. And I wasn't like intentionally like, well, this is pop, so I'm gonna try to sound like Taylor Swift right now. No, it was just I picked up my guitar and started playing around with it, and I guess that was the outcome.
Exactly. That's what we did.
Haley, you told me the story of how you got Out of the Woods. Can you share that story now?
Of course. So the Out of the Woods came out a couple weeks ago on a Monday night on iTunes, and I had already pre-ordered the album, so my phone downloaded the track. And I was listening to it, and I happened to have my guitar already in my hands, and so a lot of times when I do that, I'll just kind of start playing around with it, and I came up with a guitar riff, and then I came up with the chords, and I just started singing along, and I caught on to the lyrics fairly quickly. So at this point, it's like 2 a.m., and I'm like, well, this is a fun song, and I really like this. So I'm going to post a cover. So I did some extreme YouTubing at 2 in the morning and pulled together a cover and posted it. And yeah, that happened.
Well, it looks like it's doing pretty well.
Yeah, you got a lot of views.
It's always good to like post right away like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fast enough. Yeah.
How did you guys get Out of the Woods up?
Slowly.
So it took us
Not as fast as you.
It took us a while to like. Okay, so like her songs are very easy to learn in the sense she's telling a story, but for us, Out of the Woods, it took us like a few listens to really
grasp how we wanted to make it sound for our cover. That, and we wanted to take it outside in the woods, you know. But
right.
the
weather hates us. So.
Yeah, it was raining, so we ended up like making our own little forest in the background. And
we took some twigs and put it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really? I thought that was in your house, like interior decorating type of thing. But
yeah,
we have the twigs like sitting in a jar, but like
but we like
took
spread
them
apart.
On a wall. Yeah, we tried to bring the woods inside.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, "Aren't you guys being a bit literal?" I'm like, "No."
Well, I think it turned out awesome. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
And,
of course.
And I know your mom records all of your videos. Was she singing along? Because it's such a catchy tune.
This song was our dad.
Yeah.
He kept saying, "Are we out of the woods?" like all day.
Yeah, because it's so repetitive. My mom was singing it a little bit, but it wasn't that funny this time. But
yeah.
So have you been able to get the sound out of your head? I mean,
no.
For Out of the Woods?
Out of the Woods, yeah.
Yeah, because now we have our other songs stuck in our head.
Yeah, I still have Out of the Woods in my head. Yeah. Haley, do you have Out of the Woods stuck in your head?
I do, but it's kind of partial. Now there's just a lot of songs stuck in my head, and it's an overwhelming experience, and, you know.
Yeah, she should not release a whole album at the same time. It's way too much to take in. They're all just jumping in my head.
Yeah, I can't take it. It's just too much.
Too much amazingness. I can't.
Yeah.
Did you guys see any of her performances on YouTube, like Jimmy Kimmel or Hollywood Bowl? And if so, what did you think?
Do you guys want to go?
Yeah, you can. Go.
All right. I actually did watch them, and I watched her Jimmy Kimmel performance, and I think that it's definitely a new Taylor Swift, but kind of like what we said, it's not like complete black and white transition. It's still the Taylor Swift we know and love. She still has a lot of the same like moves on stage, and she's still very like quirky and charismatic, and she still sounds great. And it was really good. It sounds a lot like the actual track, so she definitely maintained the quality of the track when performing live, which I think is really important.
Yeah. I just saw it briefly. I don't know if did you see it?
I don't remember.
I remember seeing the thumbnail. I just thought like, whoa, her outfit, that's different. Do you remember what she wore? Like,
yeah, she was wearing like a black crop top ensemble. Really rocking the crop tops these days, and props.
Yeah, she didn't wear anything.
I thought it looked really sophisticated, and it went with the song and like her new look and everything. I thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
She looks like she's stepping right out of the cover of Vogue or something.
Yeah.
She looked like supermodel up there.
Yeah.
And like every day is a photo shoot for Taylor Swift. Like.
Yeah. Did you see her on Ellen?
Yeah, and she did the cat thing, and that was cute.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What about The Voice? Did you see her on that? We've been watching everything
It's a Taylor Swift week. Like
She's everywhere. Subway, like everywhere is Taylor Swift. Yeah, I watched that, and I think it's really cool because for me, I'm kind of like, well, now I get these free tips from Queen Taylor Swift, so that was pretty cool for sure. Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, now we can just like use this advice and hopefully incorporate it in our next performance.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very cool.
So Haley, can you give us a little background on your musical career? When did you start? Instruments, lessons?
Well, once upon a time, I was like, it was back in 2012, and I was, I guess I would have been about 13 or 14, and I was on YouTube, and I was looking at all these different YouTubers, and I was really inspired by these girls posting these covers, and guys posting these covers, and really making them their own, and really owning their sound. I was like, that's so cool. I want to do that, and so I did, and I posted a cover of Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift, which, hey, just a Taylor Swift week. And from there, I just kind of got obsessed with performing for people and singing, and I've been obsessed my entire life, but I guess that was really the first time when I took it to the next level, as opposed to just being in my room and quietly singing in the corner. Now I'm like putting myself out there, and then from there, I've just written songs like every day, played every weekend whenever I can get a show, and this past year I recorded my debut album, which is coming out soon. More info on my website, hey. So that should be cool. And yeah, I play guitar, piano, ukulele. I beatbox, but my beatboxing is just mid-level beatboxing that I don't really even know if I should count as a skill, but I did anyway. So that's the story. And they all lived happily ever after at a Google Hangout. The end.
Awesome.
No lessons?
I did piano lessons when I was like 6 for maybe a few months, but then I just got mad because I didn't like the idea of the teacher telling me how to play music, and so my 6-year-old self was like, I don't like this anymore, and so my parents let me quit. I took singing lessons, and it was kind of the same scenario where like nothing was wrong with the teachers. I'm a very independent person, and it was just hard for me to take musical direction and be told, no, that's not right, you have to sing it this way. So, yeah, rebellious, I guess.
Besides Taylor Swift, do you have any other icons that you follow? Anybody that you'd like to become or sounds you'd like to sound like?
Yeah, I mean, regarding the sound like, I think for me it's important to keep my own sound and not kind of I don't mind being compared to other people, but for me I also like to keep that sound. But people that inspire me, Ed Sheeran is a huge one. He's like out of this world, talent in another galaxy, so cool. Ed Sheeran, Alanis Morissette, Lady Gaga, Demi Lovato, I mean, even Miley Cyrus. I think they all can bring different elements to the table that I do like to kind of take inspiration from and incorporate in one way or another in my music.
Nice. You said that some YouTubers inspired you to start posting. Who were they?
Megan and Liz, I'd say, were the primary inspirations because they were not much older than me, and they were really killing the YouTube scene, and I'm like, you guys are so cool. To my computer screen, I didn't actually. And so then I was like, I would give anything to kind of be like them. So I'd say Megan and Liz are like the biggest initial inspirations, and then currently I'm really digging Bethany Moda and a lot of her vlogging and DIYs. She's really cool.
So do you vlog or do any DIY videos, or?
I totally want to, and I think it's just a matter of figuring out what the subject of it would be and then figuring out how to make it successful and not kind of like me just awkwardly staring at a camera trying to give the world advice. Mm-hmm. So when I figure that out, yeah, it'll happen.
Cool. That would be fun.
Yeah.
We tried vlogging. It's a lot harder. Like, they make it look so easy.
They're really good at it.
I know, and their editing is just like perfect, and like they just make it perfect, and it's a lot to live up to. It's big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys really killed it on that first vlog, showing us around your kitchen, showing us how to. What did you make? I forgot.
We made chocolate cheesecake truffles.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it looked like it took you a lot of time too to do.
It did.
It did, but
But we enjoyed it.
yeah, I mean, I like baking and cooking, so I would do it again. It's just the editing and the moving the camera around. Like, a lot of them have more than one camera placed, so they don't have to like move around. But I have her running around the kitchen filming.
Yep.
Yeah. But that sounds awesome. Just anything with truffles, like just the word truffle can really enhance the experience of baking.
Yeah.
Sounds super fancy, but it was easy.
I'll have to watch it because now I definitely want those, and it's going to happen.
Nice.
Well, you guys put the recipe in the text box below, don't you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now I have something to do on a Friday night.
Yeah, and then you can just eat them all and watch Halloween movies.
Yeah. What are you guys going to do for Halloween? Any plans?
We don't have any plans.
No plans.
Yeah.
Haley,
Yeah.
Halloween is a big event in your house?
I mean, my mom kind of does an extraordinary job of like decorating everything and making it super exciting. And my family's gonna come over, but I don't really like. It's not gonna be like a big costume party extravaganza, at a friend's house. It's really just sitting with my family, eating candy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eating candy.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one holiday where it's socially acceptable to eat candy all night, so take advantage of that.
Speaking of candy, what kind of candy you guys like? Just in case you've got admirers out there that say, we'll send them candy.
Anything?
Yeah. I haven't found the
Isn't like anything chocolate with you guys? I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
I love chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm kind of more of a fruit. Like, I like some Skittles and Sour Patch Kids. And those are pretty classic. You can't go wrong. But
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the mood. Like, some days it's a sour Skittle day, but then sometimes it's just a Twix. So
Yeah, not every day can be a sour Skittle day. You have to be in a certain mood.
yeah,
Otherwise it gets you, and you're like, oh.
The atmosphere has to be extremely correct.
Great.
Yeah.
Getting back to Taylor Swift, have you seen her in concert? Have you seen her in any meet and greets? How close have you been to Taylor Swift other than the screen?
Well, actually, back in, it would have been maybe like 2011, I think. I went with my mom to her Speak Now tour, and I really wanted to meet her, and I was so determined. Like, I made T-shirts and like a big poster, and I like made her an apron. I bought like an apron. I doodled cute 13s and Taylor Swift things on it, and I was like, Mom, how can we get this to Taylor Swift? And she was like, I don't know, but we'll try. And so we did, and eventually I got it to one of her like bodyguard managers that claimed they knew where she was, and they would get the apron to her. I don't know if that happened. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Maybe she's currently right now baking, wearing the apron my 13-year-old self made. But it was an inspirational day. But the concert was awesome, and then I went a couple years ago to the Red Tour. But yeah, I would love to meet Taylor Swift. It's just hopefully the odds are someday in my favor.
What would you say to her if you saw her?
I don't know if initially there would be a lot of talking. There would probably just be a lot of like silent freaking out. But then eventually I'd pull myself together and just give her the whole, you've inspired me as a person, musician, kind of monologue. And then some more excited, silent freaking out. And then some more, thank you for being awesome. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much do the same. I actually never know what to say in these situations.
Yeah.
I'd probably be speechless and forget everything and just like stare at her. She'd be
I
like,
probably
"Hello."
would do like nervous singing and start singing one of her songs.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like one time, I went to Ed Sheeran's concert, and my friend was awesome, and she's like, "You like Ed Sheeran more than I do, so here's a meet and greet pass." I was like, "What? What is life? I don't know." And so I went backstage, and I'm like, "Oh, I want to make this special." So I was like, "Ed, I'm a singer-songwriter just like you. Can we sing the chorus to Lego House together?" I was like, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, that's cool." I was like, "What?" And then we sang, and he was like, "Your voice is beautiful, by the way." And I was like, full on composure, but then I walked away and I started rolling in the grass somewhere. So
Wow.
I forgot
How
to tell
old-
him his name though. So Ed, if you're watching, I was that girl that one time a year ago that you probably don't remember, but you changed my life.
That's awesome.
How about you guys? Have you seen Taylor Swift in concert?
No, we
have
haven't.
not. We wish we had.
Yeah, but
It's on your bucket list.
Definitely.
See Taylor Swift.
yeah, she's definitely like an entertainer. I wouldn't mind seeing her live at all.
I want to see her live.
Yeah.
I do. We just, yeah. I don't know why we haven't been.
I don't know.
Hopefully this time around for 1989 tour.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
You guys have been busy, right?
I know, yeah.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about what's been keeping you busy.
Well, we've been writing.
Yeah,
And,
songwriting and
we've been part of this competition.
Yeah, talk about the competition. That's actually when I heard about Out of the Woods. You were on stage, and you were talking about your dad, and I was going, "Oh, I got to go listen to the song." And I listened to it, and I got the same experience. I just kept singing it round and round and round in my head.
Yeah.
And then, one thing led to another.
Yeah.
yeah.
Talk about the competition.
Okay.
Well, you can go ahead and explain it.
We entered a competition called PHL Live, which was created by the councilman of Philadelphia, David O. And basically, we just submitted a video, and we were in the country folk category, and they picked us to be in the top 5, and we got to perform at World Cafe Live in Philly, and it was really awesome.
It was one of the coolest venues we've played, so we got to play 3 of our originals, and like the feedback we got was amazing. So
Congratulations.
thank you. It was just a great experience.
Yeah, the audience, like the energy, we could feel like the positivity, and
Yeah.
definitely like helped me get over my stage fright for like a minute. Yeah.
Well, didn't it help that your mom was in the front row singing the song?
Oh my,
my
gosh.
gosh.
My mom was driving me insane. She came, so we're on stage about to go on, and she comes up to us and says, "You look really nervous." I'm like, "I'm a little
Yeah.
nervous because everyone here is so good, I don't even know what to do." And she's like, "Do you want me to pretend like I'm dancing behind the camera and filming a video for you guys so you feel like you're at home?" I said, "No,
No.
please sit down."
No, don't.
Yeah.
She was like making me like have an anxiety attack. I'm like, "Please go to your seat."
Yeah. It was pretty awesome though, because the other people in the top 5 were like amazing, which made us super nervous. But at the same time, it was a great show just to see other musicians from the same area of us like doing so well. So
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
good
cool.
too.
That was about it.
Yeah.
And if you want to see excerpts from that concert, I'll put a little annotation over your, somewhere on the screen so you can watch it. I think it's like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you guys did a fantastic job. I just can't imagine that you would not win the whole thing.
Right
Yeah.
Going on, or
It is still so there's 10 categories for like there's jazz and hip hop, and all of those shows are going on until December 5th, and then or like before then, and then December 5th is the day that we find out if we won or not.
Right.
gosh. Well, my money's on you guys, but I can't imagine like how like extremely terrifying that is. Like just waiting and then but I think you guys are gonna do great.
Oh, you got to hear what they're going to win, the prizes.
Yeah. So we get recording time,
Get recording time.
$1,000,
and we get to open for someone at an XTU concert, which is awesome because it could be like anyone from Hunter Hayes to like anyone else. Anyone.
Oh my gosh.
XTU concert I've been to, but
Yeah.
someone like that, and that would be insane.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll like be your cheerleader from Indiana. That's just like, go. So,
Thanks.
Thanks.
of course.
Yep.
So, like, can I ask you guys a question, or
Sure.
is that cool?
Yeah.
So, how does your songwriting process work with the two of you? I've always been curious.
Right. It's very, like,
There's no like
different,
strategy, but basically most of our songs are written in the way like she's the lyric writer. She writes stories. She always writes down her feelings and stuff like that.
I write down my feelings. That just makes me
Sometimes.
sound weird. Like, oh, she writes down her feelings.
Yeah.
I basically think of stories in my head and like scenarios, and I write off of them, or like I stare at people.
She observes.
I people watch,
Yeah.
and
I do the same thing.
like my life's not that interesting, honestly.
Exactly.
I like wrote about a song about sleeping, but like for like the funner songs, I like look off of other people and
Their experiences or our friends and what they're going through.
use my imagination.
That too.
Yeah.
So that, and then I just write the guitar, or we just start playing around with my guitar and come up with the melody together.
Yeah. How is it writing? Do you write by
Yeah.
yourself or do you write with other people?
Like, generally, I don't think I've ever written a song with anyone else besides, like, some of my friends at school. Like, we'd be, like, in choir, and we'd have downtime and be like, okay, let's write a song. So we did. But, like, for my, like, personal career, I usually just write them by myself. And I think it'd be interesting to have someone else, though, that you can kind of bounce ideas off of. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they
That's-
let you see a side of your song that maybe you didn't see before. But
Yeah.
maybe change it to like a bigger perspective so more people can relate to it.
Yeah, two heads are better than one kind of thing. So.
But sometimes one works. Like I've written a song totally by myself once.
Yeah, she did.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I've always wondered because, like, with the other like sister artists and like Megan and Liz and others, it's always kind of been like, I don't know. But that's really cool. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Do you set a certain time to write aside, or do you just write all the time?
Generally, I just write all the time. I feel like if I were to be like, all right, at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write a great song. Like, nothing will happen. I'll just sit there and then end up watching Netflix. But if I'm just, like, hanging out and then I'll be like, hey, that's a good idea. I'll jot it down, then hopefully something comes off of that. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm usually just writing all the time. Sometimes I like text myself ideas.
I think she writes a lot of her songs like in the middle of the night when like no one's there, because I see her like phone light on like in her notes, like her typing. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that can be right.
Sometimes like when I can't fall asleep, it's just my head like writing.
Always
So
running.
Yeah. I
it
feel
can
like
get exhausting sometimes. Like people are like, "What's your job?" And I was like, I write songs sometimes, and they're like, oh, okay. But, like, they don't know. It's kind of exhausting. Like, your mind always running. Like, you're baking a cake. I don't know. Can I write a song about this? Like, you're just always working.
And it's a terrifying thing, too, because it's like, what if I have the potential to write an amazing song that could hit #1, but I don't write the right idea down at the right time, or I don't think of it? It's just so intimidating.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's business, I don't know.
This is a hard field. Everyone tells us that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
if you love it, at the end of the day, it'll be worth everything.
Yeah.
So you covered Out of the Woods, and we did too. Do you have a favorite line from that song that you liked the best?
I really like in the bridge, it's like the end of the bridge, it's like all the monsters turn out to be just trees. I think that's really interesting and cool.
Mm-hmm.
How about you guys?
Yeah, the bridge was like the story, I think, of the song.
I like the bridge, but I also like that part that's like part where she's like fall apart and then fall back to. We were built to fall apart, then fall back together.
Yeah.
That part stuck in my head for some reason. I don't know why.
She has a lot of like one-liners like that that are just really meaningful, but
Yeah.
and like they're simple, and you're like, why couldn't I think of that?
Exactly. All the time. I'm like, why couldn't I have written that song? Like, ugh.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
What was your favorite album, you think, of Taylor's that she's written so far?
Yeah.
I know you love the new one, but like of her past ones.
Right. I think lyric-wise, I think Red was pretty great.
Mhm.
It covered a lot of different spectrums, and it was pretty cool. How about you guys?
I like Speak Now.
She likes Speak Now because she wants to sing that at someone's wedding.
Yes.
But the opportunity arises that I can do that. Like, that's a goal.
I don't know. One day I just want to stand up and sing the bridge to this song.
I think that would be so like funny and cool. Obviously, hopefully, I know the person I do that to, but
Yeah.
I also like all of the songs off that same album, like Long Live, and just the style of that album.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Okay, so I might change my answer.
Yeah.
I think
Not
she
that-
wrote the thing herself, too, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how she kind of got other people to work on this one with her. Like, you can hear the influences.
Yeah,
of,
there's Ryan Tedder, and I don't know. I just know Ryan.
Yeah, Max. And Ryan wrote Welcome to New York
What
with
song?
her.
Do you know what song he co-wrote with her?
Who?
Ryan Tedder.
I think he did Welcome to New York, and then there was another one. I just don't know.
Places I Know, I think.
Oh.
I want to say that's it.
I refer to my 1989 album packet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for Taylor Swift, like, most of her songs are, like, each album is its own entity, and they're all just so different, and it's just hard to, they're all just special.
They are, actually, yeah. Because after you said Red, I kind of like Red a lot, too.
Yeah.
It's hard to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that she's influenced you in, like, your songwriting?
Yes, because she's kind of, I like her use of metaphors, and how she, like, there's one line in, I think it's Holy Ground in Red, and it's like mosaic broken hearts, and I just think that's like, who thinks of that? That's so perfect. Like, so it definitely inspires me to be great and write better lyrics. How about you guys?
I think so.
Yeah. I do. I really do, because everything she writes is so relatable.
Yeah.
And
I try to do that too.
Well, we try to do that, and hopefully it works, but, like, she does it so effortlessly. Like, I listened to a song, and I was like, how does she know my life? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. We try to, like, write like her. Not like her, but I feel like we relate to her older styles
Right.
of country and songwriting stories.
I mean, a magical power that she has is just always knowing how to write songs that everyone can relate to. I mean, sure, they're direct stories from her life, but the way she words it, everyone can just feel what she felt when she went through whatever. But
Yeah.
So I think that's just inspiring us to be more relatable writers, or just to write about experiences that everyone would go through.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.